Today, that resilience is on full display as Newport First and Jamaica Limited reaffirms its commitment to supporting the farmers and communities who feed our nation. We stand there united as stakeholders, partners, and members of the Newport First and family as we play our part in rebuilding a stronger agricultural sector. On behalf of Newport First and Jamaica, I warmly welcome you all. No pun intended, a warm welcome is extended to you all. I would like to extend a special welcome to the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Floyd Green. Put your hands together for him. Our Managing Director, Mr. Dennis Valdez. And also from the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Michael Pryce, who serves as the chairman of the Melissa Recovery Taskforce. Is that correct? Yes, I got it right. Put your hands together for him. And of course, for the many media houses represented here today, other stakeholders, our friends from the JAS, the Jamaica Agricultural Society, we welcome you to our facilities at Newport First and as we embark on this meaningful step in Jamaica's recovery efforts. At this time, I will invite our very own Melvin Henry, Technical Manager at Newport First and to offer a word of prayer. But in its resilience, today, that resilience is on full display as Newport First and Jamaica Limited reaffirms its commitment to supporting the farmers and communities who feed our nation. We stand there united as stakeholders, partners, and members of the Newport First and family as we play our part in rebuilding a stronger agricultural sector. On behalf of Newport First and Jamaica, I warmly welcome you all. No pun intended, a warm welcome is extended to you all. I would like to extend a special welcome to the Honourable Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Floyd Green. Put your hands together for him. Our Managing Director, Mr. Dennis Valdez. And also from the Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Michael Pryce, who serves as the chairman of the Melissa Recovery Taskforce. Is that correct? Yes, I got it right. Put your hands together for him. And of course, for the many media houses represented here today, other stakeholders, our friends from the JAS, the Jamaica Agricultural Society, we welcome you to our facilities at Newport First and as we embark on this meaningful step in Jamaica's recovery efforts. At this time, I will invite our very own Melvin Henry, Technical Manager at Newport First and to offer a word of prayer. The head of the Newport First and Jamaica team, one whose dedication to Jamaican agricultural development, he continues to guide our company's mission. Mr. Dennis Valdez, our Managing Director of Newport First and Jamaica, has been instrumental in mobilizing the company's response to the challenges faced after Hurricane Melissa. His commitment to supporting farmers is demonstrated once again today through this initiative. Will you help me in welcoming to the platform our Managing Director, Mr. Dennis Valdez.
Go.
Age doesn't forgive. The Honourable Mr. Floyd Green, our friend. Mr. Michael Pryce, our other friend. Other distinguished members of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries. Can you hear me? Representative of RADA and our agricultural institutions, distinguished members of the media, my Newport Person family, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with profound respect and a deep sense of purpose that we gather here today. This ceremony is more than handing over of fertilizers. It is a reaffirmation of our responsibility to the people who feed Jamaica, to the farmers whose hands anchor our food security, and to the communities whose resilience continues to inspire this nation. This year, we also mark Newport Fersand's 20th anniversary of operations in Jamaica. For 2 decades, we have stood with our farmers, supported the ministry, and contributed to the strength and development of this country's agricultural sector. It is therefore particularly meaningful that in this milestone year, we once again step forward in a moment of national need. Hurricane Melissa struck at the very heart of Jamaica's food production. It decimated fields, interrupted livelihoods, and left many farmers facing the painful reality of flattening crops.
The silence of the fields after the storm was as devastating as the winds themselves. But the destruction has never defined Jamaica. What defines this country and what defines Jamaican agriculture is what rises after. Time and time again, after Hurricane Dean, Gustav, Sandy, after Barry, after droughts, fires, and even global disruptions, our farmers have returned to their land with resiliency and determination. They replant, rebuild, and restore life where others might see only loss. Their strength is the reason why Jamaica continues to produce the finest coffee, bananas, vegetables, and fruits in the region. And it is why we are here today. On behalf of Newport Fersand Jamaica, we are honored to make a historic contribution of $25 million in fertilizers to the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. Representing over 7,000 bags that will support farmers across the island as they begin the process of recovery and renewal. This is a part of a broader $40 million relief package from the Fersand Group. $25 million directly to the Ministry for National Allocation, $9 million in direct support to farmers through our outreach and technical programs, and $5 million in support to members of our Fersand staff and families who were personally affected by the hurricane. This is not a symbolic gesture. This is partnership. This is national responsibility. This is our contribution to rebuilding the agricultural backbone of Jamaica. The fertilizers we provide today, manufactured here in Jamaica by Jamaican workers, carry more than nutrients. They carry a message of hope that the fields will flourish again, that the green will return, and that production will rise stronger than before. As Jamaica produces so powerfully said, this is not a story about the heat. It is a story about resiliency. The land will flourish again. The work will continue. We stand behind that message today for Jamaica, for our farmers, and for the sector we proudly serve. Minister Green, our partnership with your ministry has grown stronger through every challenge we have faced together, from national replanting efforts to emergency hurricane support, to initiatives during COVID-19. Newport Farsana has consistently stood with the government to ensure our farmers can return to their fields as quickly as possible. We value this collaboration deeply, and we believe wholeheartedly in Jamaica agricultural future. As we look ahead, Newport Farsana remains steadfast in its mission to manufacture high-quality fertilizers proudly made in Jamaica, to provide technical expertise through our team of agronomists and field specialists, to support farmers with solutions rooted in science and practicality, and to strengthen national food security as a committed partner of the ministry. To our farmers, your courage is the foundation of this nation. You are the ones who bring life back to the soil. You keep Jamaica fed, and you remind us that agriculture is not merely an industry. It's a vocation, a culture, and a commitment. To the government, thank you for inviting us to walk this path together. We remain aligned with your vision of a stronger, more productive, and more resilient agricultural sector.
Okay.
And to the people of Jamaica, as long as there is land to cultivate and farmers willing to work it, Newport Farsana will continue to stand with you. In closing, let me say this. Hurricane Melissa may have knocked us down, but Jamaica is already rising. The crops will return, hope will return, and together we will rebuild stronger, greener, and better than before. On behalf of the entire Farsana group, thank you. May God bless our farmers, our ministry, and our beloved Jamaica.
Somebody calls out your full government name. It's either they know you very well or you're in a lot of trouble. But I'll take it that our master of ceremonies, Mr. Alvaranga, knows me very well. That is why he put on my favorite shirt today in getting ready for this occasion. Mr. Valdez, our Managing Director of Newport Farsana, and clearly somebody with whom I share an excellent relationship. I want to say good morning to you and the entire team from Newport Farsana, including your technical manager, Mr. Melvin Henry, or should I say pastor, because I do feel very blessed this morning. Mr. Michael Pryce, who is the chairman of the ministry's Hurricane Melissa Disaster Recovery Task Force, other technical directors from the ministry, our JAS team, other distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm happy to be back at Newport Farsana. To be honest, I have been trying to lobby Mr. Valdez to give me an office down here, but it has not taken root as yet. But one of the things that I know for a fact is that some people are friends in the good times, but when you have the bad times, you can't find them. Newport Farsana is a friend in every time. They have proven to be one of our most long-standing and loyal partners in the agricultural sector. And we all know that the agricultural sector is susceptible to these sort of climatic events. And last year with Hurricane Beryl, where we were dealt a significant blow of $7 billion, Newport First-Hand was among the first companies to step forward and to engage the ministry and to offer support to the tune of $15 million for Hurricane Beryl. 1 year later, they could have easily said, we were there for Beryl, so you can't give us a blight this time. Because nobody, none of us, would have expected or wanted to see another weather-related event, disaster, for our agricultural sector. And this time, the devastation is far worse. Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, affected some of our most productive parishes. In fact, devastated some of our most productive parishes. And true to form, one of the first companies, not one of, the first company to reach out to me to say, Minister, we will provide some support, was Newport First-Hand. And for that, I really want to tell them thank you. And if you know Dennis, even before he works out what exactly they're going to do, he's one of the first people to say, we are here. You can rest assured that Newport First-Hand is going to help. And that does provide a lot of confidence for us to move forward to engage our farmers. I would have heard it. Newport First-Hand is donated something that right now every farmer is trying to put their hands on as a part of the recovery effort, and that is fertilizer. $25 million worth of fertilizer to those farmers who have been significantly impacted. And that is just a part of the larger $40 million recovery program by Newport First-Hand. And I think for that they deserve a big round of applause. More than that, if you didn't know, outside of this fertilizer engagement, they have already been on the ground. As their slogan says, to be honest, they have been the first on the land in some of the most hard-hit areas, distributing care packages, distributing things like mattresses. And I can tell you, because I saw them in a part of my own constituency, a part that we border northwest and southwest, that has been absolutely devastated. And like Newport First-Hand does, not much fanfare, but they go in and the people get the benefit. And I can tell you, Managing Director, the intervention that they had in parts of Giddy Hall, Johnson, Prospect was exceptional. And the people are extremely grateful. And you brought exactly what they needed, especially the mattresses. I mean, when I saw what seemed like a trailer of mattresses that were brought, and if you haven't been to the area, you might not appreciate that outside of losing your roof, or that when you lose your roof, you lose everything in the house. And just having something to sleep on becomes a critical thing that you desire. And as such, on behalf of the residents, I want to say thank you again to Newport First-Hand on that intervention, to not only be looking out for what the farmers need, but looking out for the needs of the community in general. So, we are here again. This time, with damage that is incomparable to anything we've seen before. When we did our preliminary estimate, we saw it at about $30 billion of damage to our agricultural and fisheries sector. When the World Bank did their modeling, they came out at about $60 billion in damage to our agriculture and fisheries sector. What we both know is that it is the most catastrophic devastation that we have seen to our sectors. 100% of loss for our banana and plantain crop, about 70% on our yam, almost everything among our vegetable lines. On the livestock side, over 400,000 layer chickens have been lost. Over 700,000 broilers. That's in total 1.1 million birds that died as a result of Hurricane Melissa. Not to mention what we've seen for our fisheries sector in terms of our boats and our fishing beaches, what we've seen on the infrastructure side in terms of our farm roads. This has been a crippling blow to our sectors. But the good news is that in agriculture and fisheries, we have the most resilient people you will ever come across. And as I visited almost all of the parishes that have been significantly hit, as I went into Bog Hole, as I went into Mafuta, as I went into Litchfield and Pisgah, everywhere you went, despite the devastation, you saw farmers who were already out preparing land, some who have already planted to get back up and feed Jamaica again. And that is why the ministry has prided itself now on trying to ensure that when we have these sort of events, that we're able to respond quickly and effectively. Already we've distributed about 6,500 packs of seeds and 2,000 bags of fertilizer. Already we have been having our RADA Connect sessions where we've been saying to our farmers we want you to plant more Irish as we try to bring back up that starch production based on the downturn in our yam production. Already we have been out in the fields trying to not just build back as we were, but to build back better, or as the Prime Minister has said, to build forward stronger. So while we're providing immediate support in terms of seeds and immediate support in terms of fertilizer, we're also investing in things like storage, so that the next time we have a weather-related event, a weather-related disaster, and we say to farmers, go out and harvest, they have somewhere to store their produce. So last week, as a part of our engagement, we would have unveiled 2 solar-powered containerized storage units in St. Elizabeth, $57,000 US investment under the CARICOM Boost program. We're finalizing our storage in Kirkvine. We're doing some work on the storage in Coleyville, and we have a modern storage and processing plant in Essex Valley that we're going to put on the road come January. Because again, it is not just about building, it's about building back much better than before. So this donation of fertilizer will go a far way to help in that recovery effort. I must tell you, already we are seeing good returns. Already we are seeing farmers calling to say, Minister, don't worry yourself, lettuce is almost back. Already we're seeing farmers saying, Minister, watch my cucumber production. But part of what is important in this new climate reality is continuing to work with the farmers to ensure that they are applying the appropriate nutritional regimes to get the productivity that we need. So part of what I want, and I know something that person as well already does well, is to ensure that as we distribute these sets of fertilizer, that we're providing the technical support to the farmers to ensure that they're not wasting what we're providing. They're taking a more precision-based approach to agriculture so that the recovery is in the quickest possible time. The only way to get that is to increase our productivity. So it's not just how much acres we're putting back on the production, but how much are we getting out of those acres. Already as a part of the recovery program, we have said to the Agricultural Land Management Unit and to RADA that as you distribute and are saying to farmers, plant, replant, ensure we do the soil tests so that can guide their replanting process. Because to be honest, in the hardest hit parishes, Melissa has completely changed the ecosystem. If you have been to those areas, you know, for the first time that I know, we've gone through what they call salt burn, where all the trees were stripped. So before we go back out, it's important that as we look at the nutritional regime, that one, the farmers are using exactly what is now needed based on the soil profile. And I'm going to ask Newport First Hand to help us in that regard. Additionally, we are going to continue rolling out our recovery program. We have gotten $3 billion that we will use to drive this recovery phase. And we're going to be targeting all our lines. In fact, we're starting distribution of our broiler program this week. We've already procured about 100,000 broiler chicks that we're going to make available, especially to our small backyard farmers. We're looking to do specific targeted nutritional regime for yam farmers, something that we again will look to partner with Newport First Hand on to ensure that the recovery of our yams are quick. As you should know, yam is our most important domestic crop. And, you know, depending on what your farmer man might say, oh, you say yam, what happened to me? But the reality, it's our #1 export, and it's our #1 produced domestic crop. So we have to get them back up as quickly as possible. Additionally, a lot of our farm road network has been compromised through Hurricane Melissa. I want the farmers to know that help is on its way. And in fact, we are allocated $800 million to go back out to help farmers in the hardest hit parishes to be able to get to their fields and to get their produce to market. To put it in perspective, our entire budget for our farm road program for this year was $900 million. So when you can do a recovery budget of $800 million, it means the government is moving in the right direction to get us back up as quickly as possible. One of the things that we do know is that these programs require all hands on deck. And as such, the government cannot do this alone. The scale of the damage means that we need as much companies as possible, especially those who are in our agricultural space, to provide support. As they always do, Newport First Hand leads the way. Newport First Hand has risen to the occasion, and I also want to thank all the other stakeholders who have been playing their part in helping us to rebuild our sector. We know there is nothing like the spirit of the Jamaican farmer. And while Melissa may have taken our roofs, while Melissa may have taken our businesses, destroyed our fields, destroyed our boats, Melissa cannot take the Jamaican spirit. There is nothing in the world that compares to the determination, the tenacity of a Jamaican. When we literally say we're little but we're Talawa, the farmers live that every single day. And I know through partnerships like these, not only will we rebuild quickly, and we will rebuild better. Thank you, First Hand.
I want to say to any farmer in Jamaica, why should you be struggling with low yields when Newport First Hand has a world-renowned, precise nutrient management system that is known for improving crop yields, not only in Jamaica, but internationally? And the other question is that we have a technical team that is strategically located to cover the length and breadth of Jamaica. If it is a soil test, if it is a nutrient management program, if it is a site assessment visit, if it is pest and disease management, we have a research and development unit, a technical team, a team of technical sales consultants that we are only one phone call away, one WhatsApp away, one Facebook message away. So the message to you is that in 2025, suffering with low yields, low productivity per unit area should be a thing of the past, and the best time to start is now, and the best person to start with is you. My friends, as we say in Jamaica, all good things must come to an end.